They always say boxing is a metaphor for life, and here's why, okay? It's not the knockouts, right? You say, oh, you get knocked out in life. It's not that always, right? That's part of it. Sometimes you get caught with stuff that you didn't see coming and it just knocks you out. It's not even that. Most of us in life, we go through things, but the experiences that I believe are more comparable to the boxing world are those sudden jabs that you get hit with and your nose starts bleeding and it disrupts your breathing pattern and all of a sudden the fatigue sets in a little bit faster. Like in boxing, that's what really disrupts things. You get caught, you walk into a jab, and all of a sudden you're disrupted. Or you get caught with a punch that didn't even really hurt much, but it hits you in the right spot, so your equilibrium's a little messed up. Now you're in unfamiliar territory, and you're forgetting who you are. Then you're like, or you get clocked in the jaw, and that hurts. Sometimes it doesn't even wobble you, but it hurts so bad you can't even bite down on your mouth guard, right? It's like little things like that, but you're not knocked out. You're still standing. But now all of a sudden you're in unfamiliar territory and it's like sharks in the water and the punches start coming and you're getting smothered. Life's the same way. And that's like I've gone through it, even in recent times. And what it takes is you remembering the basics, but also leaning on your foundations. You have to lean on your foundations, your training. What got you there in the first place? How do you move? How are you going to pivot? How are you going to punch back? You can't just sit there and take punches, right? And sometimes it's easier to just cover up and just get hit, right? And we sit there and we just keep taking punch after punch after punch and we hope we'll get out of the round. But sometimes that next round is a couple minutes away, and that's a lifetime when you're in the ring. So the way that I've gotten through it is like you focus on the foundations. Christ, if you're a believer, Christ is the foundation. If you have good mentors, former coworkers, leaders, coaches, whatever, if you can reach out to them and listen to their voice, right? It's just like a coach in the corner. Get out of there. Here's what you need. Like they set you back to reality. Sometimes you need to lean on other people. But once you do that and you remember who you are, you can swing back. And once you swing back, you might not always win, but you gain the confidence back and you remember who you are. Boxing is a metaphor for life. I promise you that. It's one of the coolest things to watch. And so even if you're not a fighter, even if you've never trained before, it doesn't matter. Study it. And you'll be amazed. It's crazy. Life is a fight sometimes, for good and bad. Like you're always in a battle, right? It's a mental battle. It's a physical battle. It's everything, right? Life is a battle. And boxing's that metaphor. Find those foundations. Find your coach. Lean on your training and get back to work. And if you happen to get knocked out, it happens. Sometimes you fail. Study those fighters that have been knocked out before, and how detrimental it was to their self-confidence and whatever, but like how they continued to train. And how did they come back? Did they put themselves, did they get vulnerable and get honest with themselves when they were humbled? And then how did they get back to work? Boxing is the best metaphor for life.